financial investment, technical competence, and the driver's skills. A race where everything is given without compromise for the sake of speed, competing for milliseconds. Even in the fast-paced complexity of modern society, motorsports is captivating audiences the world over. With our on-track experience, combining tire technology with our passion for racing, Hankook atlasbx Motorsports has reached the pinnacle of racing in South Korea. From thrilling moments lifting championship trophies on the top step of the podium, to disappointing memories of failing to even reach the checkered flag. All of these moments are ingrained in the history of motorsports in South Korea. For 14 years since our founding, we carry on our shoulders this legacy which was built on the circuit and embark on a new challenge towards the world. atlasbx Motorsports is a South Korean-based professional automobile racing team. We were founded in 2010 as the factory team for HANKOOKTIRE and technology. Over the past 9 seasons, we've been focused on Korea's top professional category called Super 6000, and being a sprint race and having tire competition provides really exciting races. It's a big challenge for the drivers, and it's also a pretty formidable technical challenge as well. And so we've been focused there, and we've been quite successful. Over the last 9 seasons, we've won 7 drivers' championships as well as 5 team championships.
Hello everybody and welcome. It is of course the Hankook 24 Hours of Dubai. We're here at the Dubai Autodrome.
Naturally, we're always looking for the next challenge, and that's not to say that we're done with Korea or with Super Race. On the contrary, it continues to be a high priority competition for us. And so what we wanted to do was maintain what we've achieved in our domestic market while also looking overseas for new challenges and new opportunities. And so this is why we started to think about the Dubai event, highly competitive, new cars, new regulations, new competitors. We thought it would be a great place to put ourselves to the test. And also, it was quite special to be able to not only represent our team, of course, but also to represent South Korea. And so I think that was a special moment for all of us. Looks like it's going well. Everything looks really good.
예, 뭐 잘 아시겠지만 매년 시즌 준비할 때는 이게 시간이 상당히 촉박하잖아요. 팀원들이 잘 해주셔서 지금 뭐 진행 상태는 나쁘진 않아요.
Yeah, it seems every year the progress gets quicker and quicker, and I guess of course we have to test it on track, but it's looking great. Yeah.
예, 매년 우리도 조금씩 발전해야죠. 예.
Yeah, good. We can discuss it in detail in the conference room then.
오케이, 가시죠. 예.
Well, I've always kept a close eye on racing overseas, since the beginning of the team. All over the world, you can see Hankook tires, the top race cars and in the top race teams, in all the biggest categories in the world. And being part of that family, was always our aspiration and our target. It was just a question of when as opposed to if. So we kept pushing ourselves and challenging ourselves to be in a position to be ready to join Hankook there on the global stage.
두바이에서 보낸 화물은 인천에 정상적으로 입항 예정이고요. 차량 캠프로 이동해서 작업하기 위해서 스토카 작업을 좀 서두르고 있습니다. 공식 테스트 전에는 다 마무리될 예정입니다.
If we can get the support and secure the budget, don't you think we could do it?
뭐 예산 중요하죠. 예산 중요한데 잘 아시잖아요. 그 슈퍼레이스하고 GT4하고 운영을 같이 동시에 하는 게 이게 상당히 어려워요. 그 다음에 여기 우리 올해 주니어 프로그램 시작해가지고 S6000 한 대 더 추가되잖아요. 그러면 여기 있는 우리 현주님, 현장에 있는 성길님 포함해서 다들 아주 엄청 힘들고 어려울 것 같은데?
Yeah, agreed. It'll be a big challenge for sure. JK, you're up to it, right?
저 언제든 준비되어 있습니다.
Good man. After Dubai, we were ready to make that step into global motorsports, but then the pandemic came along and shook the racing world, and our plan had to be postponed. Delayed a little bit, but we're looking forward to getting started with our international plan. In 2022, we participated in the 24 Hours Barcelona endurance race. And once again, we demonstrated our global competitiveness. So now I think it's the perfect time to have a conversation with HANKOOKTIRE. I am aware of the importance of today's meetings, both for the team and for the company's future plans. Yes, there will be many challenges to overcome to successfully compete in Europe over an entire season. They may say that it's not the right time. However, given our aligned vision and our level of preparation, I'm sure that we can gain their confidence and the support for a green light.
Hi, Steven.
Hey guys, hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
고생할 줄 알았어.
Thank you. Thanks to your help.
우승 상금 같은 거 없어요? 저희 회식 좀.
Unfortunately.
안녕하십니까.
Steven,
Hey,
it was great.
thank you very much. Thanks to your help. Thank you.
오늘 무슨 아젠다가 있나요?
Yeah, so wanted to talk about our future planning. First of all, thanks for all the help. It was a good result. We've had some good results in Korea, and we've had some good results in our first overseas events. So I think the timing is right, and we're prepared well and positioned well to consider a full season campaign in Europe.
풀타임? 풀시즌 말씀하시는 거죠? 지금 슈퍼레이스도 하고 있지만 그 사이사이에 나간다라는 거는 저는 쉽지 않아 보이는데.
저도 이 부분은 동호님 의견에 좀 동의하는 게 국내에서 뭐 물류 관리하고 이런 게 아니라 앞으로는 현지에서 직접 해야 될 텐데 뭐 운영 측면이든 뭐 예산 측면이든 그간 저희가 해왔던 거랑은 차원이 다를 거거든요. 저는 걱정이 많이 앞서네요.
동욱님 얘기랑 규라님 얘기도 일리가 있는데 스티븐 이번에 두바이 말고 바르셀로나 가보시니까 어떠셨어요? 저는 풀시즌도 가능할 것 같거든요.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's possible because we've been planning for this for some time. So we've got a base of operations there. We have a core group of people. There are race car, the equipment, a race transporter now as well. So we're going to have all of the things that we need to start our first campaign. 5 or 6 rounds if we manage the schedule carefully against Korea in either Creventic 24 or maybe the NLS. We don't underestimate the challenge, but I think we can do it.
확실히 NLS도 도전하면 정말 좋을 것 같긴 해요. 누버그링이 주는 그런 의미도 확실히 있고, 그다음에 24시 시리즈 같은 경우도 유럽에서 풀 시즌으로 뛴다면 사실 글로벌 경쟁력을 저희가 입증했다라고 볼 수 있어서 저는 되게 좋은 것 같아요.
제가 생각할 때는 슈퍼레이스 일정만 조율이 잘 되면은 저는 괜찮다고 봐요.
The 한국아트라스비엑스 motorsports team has made a strong image in Korean motorsports. As the 한국타이어 works team, they play a huge role in building a positive brand image. But Europe is completely different story. It will be very difficult to have a successful debut.
Steven, in person, I'm completely with you, but it's not like 300 to 400 kilometers traveling to Inje or Yeongam, and also managing 2 races at the same time. I think it's physically you have handicap. Do you think you can make it?
Well, with your support, we have to make it possible.
야, 그래. 13년 전에 그 회장님한테 처음 이제 스티븐을 팀 대표로 하자고 이렇게 말씀드렸을 때도 그때도 그랬지. We have to make it possible.
지금까지 가능하게 만들어 오셨잖아요. 그렇게 하시면 될 것 같아요.
Well, I first came to Korea way back in year 2000. Yeah, I can't believe how fast time has flown. But I came to Korea with the dream to be a successful racing driver. I wanted to be a top-line driver. And I guess I was sort of, well on my way to achieving that when I had the good fortune to have a meeting with our chairman, Brian Cho. A few things really stuck with me. He said that tires are not just another part in the car or another part of the performance package. It's actually, the most critical element because all of the performance in the car, in the driver, and in that package is all translated through the tires onto the circuit. When I heard that, at that time I was already quite an experienced race driver and I never really thought of it that way. And so it was really eye-opening. And then he went beyond to say that, he really wanted to utilize motorsports as a really high-tech and high-pressure test bed to help him create, the best tires in the world. And beyond just racing, tires as a critical element of mobility in general. And so, when he shared his plans and his vision with me and he sort of gave me the opportunity, he said, hey, do you want to share and join me to make this vision a reality and let's go out and let's make a real world-class motorsports organization. There was really no way I could turn that down. It was at the time and really continues to be an amazing opportunity. And so I guess the next focus for us, of course, is Super Race. We're in a good position to take all the championships that are available. So we'll focus on that. But once those are secured, again with your support, I think our next step should be Europe.
들으니까 타이어 챔피언십도 추가됐던데 어떻게 이번에 한번 3관왕 가보시죠?
Yeah. We'll try our best.
보여주셔야 저희도 뭔가 명분이 생기지 않을까요?
Yeah, I have to do it to convince 동훈님 here.
진짜 한번 보여주세요. 그래야 우리도 명분이 생길 거고.
트리플 크라운 가시죠.
Let's do it.
용인에서 샴페인 한번 터뜨리셔야죠.
Okay, let's do it.
Thank you.
기대하겠습니다.
Our team holds greater significance than simple sport team.
We engage in motorsport because the tire development is the most important. But the essence is our wish to create a motor culture around the wheel.
I started to dream of competing in Europe as a part of atlasbx Motorsport and HANKOOKTIRE and technology, and also becoming the best in the world.
I, of course, wish to see atlasbx Motorsport stand on the top of the world.
Now it's our motorsport team's turn.
Oh wow! Thank you very much. That's great news. But for sure, we'll do our best to achieve a good result. Yes, we will make it possible. Thank you. Thanks very much. Thanks. As mentioned earlier, atlasbx Motorsports was established based on the vision laid out by Chairman Brian Joe, as well as HANKOOKTIRE and technology. The chairman's very keen insights into the essence of motorsports was followed up by support from R&D, as well as generous investments that allowed us to create all of these victories, while at the same time helping to improve HANKOOKTIRE's performance. We were able to secure the Triple Crown for team, driver, and the tire championships. So, we are going to the Creventic 24 Hours European Series. So the first challenge of Hankook atlasbx Motorsports, the 24 Hours European Series, is an endurance race sponsored by HANKOOKTIRE and organized by Creventic. It's a one-make tire race, so all the participating teams only use Hankook tires, which really maximizes the performance of the vehicle and sets a level playing field for everyone. So there's a big focus on the driver's skill as well as the team preparation. It's one of the world's largest endurance races with vehicles from 3 categories and 7 different classes. Ranges from GT3, GT4, GTX, several Porsche 911 classes, TCR, TCE, as well as the TC classes. So it's a very large and very competitive category. 2023 24 Hours European Series will be held across 5 circuits in 4 countries. Mugello circuit in Italy, Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium, back to Italy again at the historic Monza circuit. We have a stop in Portugal at the Estoril, and it all culminates in the season finale, a full 24-hour race at Catalunya circuit in Barcelona, Spain. For this year, our team Hankook atlasbx Motorsports will be competing in the GT4 class in our Mercedes AMG GT4. And the target is to go for the championship.
Hey man, bro.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Oh,
Good to see you.
yeah.
I hope you didn't bring bad news, otherwise you should just turn around and go back.
I guess let's go back there.
No, I'm just kidding. Come on in.
Yeah, me too. Steven, realistically, how about skipping the March race and starting our participation from May? That way, we can have some breathing room for the full season in Europe.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from. It is going to be tight, but I think we can do it. As you know, the difference between doing a spot race participation versus having the opportunity to go for the championship, I really think we should go for it. From my perspective, this is non-negotiable.
When we achieved the Triple Crown in 2022, the domestic planning for the first half of 2023 was already fully scheduled. With the decision to participate in Europe, we had to change the budget planning and schedule a lot. There was a possibility that the timing of going to Europe might be delayed due to the conflict with the domestic race and tire testing schedule. In particular, the tire test schedule for the match at Technology was crucial. Fortunately, we were able to finalize the schedule adjustment as the first round approached. Since it's a test at Technology, please take extra care.
Yeah, for sure. We'll do.
Thank you.
Well, gentlemen, I got good news and bad news. The good news is we got the green light. We're racing this year in Europe. The bad news is we now have to execute on Kam Dong-min's plan, and we have to execute well. So why don't we start kicking off our operational, logistical execution meeting?
네. 지금 여기 화이트보드 보시면은 지금 바로 준비 빨리 하면은 24일에 있는 그 크레벤틱 경기에 그냥 간당간당하게 맞춰볼 수 있을 것 같은데요. 분야별로 담당하는 파트별로 체크리스트 작성해서 지금 잘 준비해야 될 것 같은데 인지니어, 메카닉, 그 다음에 부품하고 물류, 그 다음에 사장님 레이스 가이드 좀 꼼꼼하게 좀 잘 챙겨 주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
일단 저는 클벤틱하고 연락을 했는데 아직 참가 접수하는 데는 문제 없어 보이고요. 그다음에 24일 대회 기준으로 봤을 때 목요일날 우리가 프라이빗 테스트 진행하려면 수요일에는 피트 세팅을 해야 됩니다. 그래서 이를 고려해서 비행 스케줄하고 숙박 문제 없이 준비할 거고 우리한테 남은 시간은 7일밖에 없습니다.
Shinnim? We have a green light. Go ahead and please book our flights, rental cars, accommodation as we have planned. Thank you.
네.
Okay, perfect. Hankook Techno-Ring, the test circuit and proving ground of HANKOOKTIRE, is designed to test the tire competitiveness, simulating various circuit environments, a state-of-the-art facility, replicating many different kinds of surfaces, elevations, cambers, etc. It allows us to really test and push the tire and car package to the extreme, up to and over the limit. atlasbx Motorsports is collaborating very closely with the researchers at HANKOOKTIRE to develop further competitive racing tires. This kind of controlled testing is really an important piece for us to collect data and also to make further preparations to try to increase our competitiveness for the future.
The driving data and comments provided by the driver play a big role in tire research and development. Conversely, our researchers have a responsibility to provide motorsports team with tires that offer high competitiveness.
수고하셨습니다. 이번에 첫 경기는 언제 나가시는 건가요? 첫 경기가 3월 24, 25, 26 이렇게 열리는데요. 24일 날 예선하고 25일, 26일 6시간씩 결승이 치러집니다. 그러면 출국은 언제쯤 하세요?
22일 날.
22일 날요? 이번에도 몸 조심히 저희가 앞으로 계속 테스트 하셔야 되니까 건강히 돌아오십시오.
네, 그래서 가서 최선을 해서 좋은 성적하고 좋은 선물 준비해드리겠습니다. 네.
저희도 타이어 열심히 개발하고 있도록 하겠습니다. 네.
Good.
오케이.
네, good job, guys. 네.
바이바이.
고생하셨습니다. 네, 감사합니다.
네, 안녕하세요. 여기 써있는 일정 라운드별로 잘 확인하셔가지고 체크를 좀 해야 돼요. 담당하신 거 분야별로 한번 리뷰할게요. 감독사 사이즈 대기님.
The vehicle is ready to transport it by the trailer, and we are currently considering the setup of visual characteristics, especially high speed corner and long straight. Alignment will be done at the circuit, and it will be refined based on the driver comment.
네, 부품 체크는 다 마쳤고요. 현장에서 사장님하고 규정 반영해서 진행할 예정입니다.
I had to review the regulations and all the documents that had been announced. And I checked with the critic about paddock access time, and I shared the schedule with Guido, which will be 22nd of March.
성길님?
예, 위켄이 출장 리스트는 제출한 것과 같습니다. 그리고 피트 스탑 시 업무 분담 내용을 말씀드리면 연료맨의 혜성님, 효진님, 그리고 타이어 본매는 저와 경호님이 진행할 예정이고요. 그리고 타이어 보조 및 데이터 해수는 성준님과 형준님이 진행할 예정입니다.
Okay, good guys. I think we're ready to get started. It's going to be a big challenge, so thank you very much. I'll continue with the driver lineup meeting, so you guys can get back at it. Thanks. Yeah, definitely there was no time to relax. We really couldn't let our guard down at all until we arrived at the circuit, as it was our first time doing a full campaign overseas. We've been racing in Korea over 10 years, and so any incident, any issue, we know how to handle all these situations. However, in Europe, as it is our first time there, we don't have any of those tools at our disposal.
잘 아시다시피 일주일 동안 팀 등록, 그 다음에 라디오 등록, 비행기표, 렌터카, 예산 수립 모든 것들을 동시에 진행하지 않으면 안 됐었거든요. 각 담당자분들께서 정말 타이트한 일정인데도 침착하게 잘 해주셔서 큰 실수 없이 첫 경기를 무사히 참가할 수 있게 되었습니다.
Everyone acted within their role. Everything was done very quickly, and so I'm quite proud of the way that the organization reacted in a very difficult situation. Our team, atlasbx Motorsports, has been extremely successful in Korea for several years now. Because we have that same organization, I really did have a lot of trust that we would be able to be prepared in time, do a good job, and also be able to deal with any eventuality that may have happened. But also for my personality, you're always worrying about everything that could possibly go wrong. And so I was worrying all the way from the airport to the circuit, while at the same time trusting the team and the organization as well.
사장님 혹시 그 최명규 선수 연락 되셨어요?
So we don't know where he is right now.
빡! 치팅! 안 들려. 계속 얘기해. 박스.